Have you ever had a hard time asking for what you need? Maybe at work, relationships. Well, you're not alone. I have struggled with this my entire life, essentially. But this channel is all about overcoming our self-created limits. And so today we're going to do just that. Headed to the small town of Lone Pine, where we will be going to the movie museum before hitting the Alabama Hills. Now the Alabama Hills, there were over 400 plus movies filmed at the Alabama Hills. You can think John Wayne. There's some newer movies too. We'll learn more about that when we go to the museum. But here's where the uncomfortable limit comes in. I will be asking 5 people to take my photo. Now you might be thinking, okay, that seems really small and kind of silly. And on one level, I guess it's true. But in order for us to overcome our limits, we have to take small micro actions. And I don't know about you, but I've always felt super uncomfortable asking someone to take my photo. Instead, I'll try propping up my phone every which way, hoping that I can get the shot, putting on a timer. The only time I have ever felt comfortable asking someone to take my photo is when they ask me to take their photo. And then it's kind of like, hey, would you mind taking mine too? But today we're not going to do that. Today we are going to ask for what we need. I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable. There's this part of me that's coming up that's like, you don't want to be annoying. You don't want to be a bother. So don't ask for a photo. You can figure it out yourself. That's why these phones have self-timers. So we'll see. That whole not wanting to be a bother to other people is mostly what is coming up for me right now. But we're going to do it anyways. And I'm going to take you along for the ride. All right. I'm hoping people are at the museum. Okay, well, I don't know how many people there are here. I don't even think there's 5 people here to ask to take my picture. So I'm feeling a bit nervous, but I am feeling capable. I feel like this is a small enough action that I can do it and achieve it. So here we go. Ask you to take my photo real quick. Do you mind taking it that way?
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
See if you like them. I'll do more.
Oh, I'm sure that they're fantastic. Oh, it's perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You want it this way or yeah?
Yeah, that's perfect. I feel good. So the first lady I asked, bless her soul, her name was Susanna. She was this sweet lady. I asked her to take my picture, and before I asked her, I was sitting there and I was going in my head, oh my gosh, are we really gonna do this? This is our mission, we need to do this. So I got uncomfortable and I asked her, and she was like, do you want it this way? Do you want it that way? And then afterwards, she's like, do you want pictures of anything else? I'll follow you around here and take pictures. And in my head, there was a brief moment where I was like, I should take her up on this, and then I don't have to ask 5 people. She's just my solid go-to. And then I was like, no, I can't do that. Now, the second person that I went up to didn't speak English, but he understood what I was wanting. And I felt really bad asking him because he was videotaping the whole thing, and he had to stop his video to take my photo. But he was snapping away, took 10 different photos. The next person I asked, it just got easier and easier. What I found is every time after asking that second person, it wasn't hard anymore. And it made me think about how often we create problems in our head or limits in our head that don't even really exist on some level. Now, this was a very easy micro action to expressing our needs, right? Asking for a photo is a lot different than asking for a raise at work or asking for what you need in a relationship. But it's one step closer. And that's what all of this is about. It's about taking those small little micro actions and building that muscle, building up that trust. It's okay to ask for what you need. And you know why? Because it allows other people to show up for you in the way that you need. to love you in the way that you need. And without you expressing that, people can't read your mind. They don't know. And so that's why we have to be courageous enough and brave enough to bring up what we need, to ask for what we need. It's not selfish. And you're not too much. You're human. And when someone can step into that from you asking, it's such a beautiful place of connection, vulnerability, courage, braveness.
I thought asking strangers for a photo would be the hard part. But honestly, it was just the first step. Because the real thing I'm learning is how often I don't ask for what I actually want in life. And this is just a small rep, a way to build the muscle. Next, I want to try something that honestly scares me even more. Telling people who I am now, not who I used to be. We'll see how that goes next week.